from the Scenic Rim, Bow Desert, Queensland. So I'm here to do a bit of a live crafty session with you this morning. It is absolutely the worst weather today. It is raining, horrible, wet, and miserable. So what better thing to be doing but to be crafting on a wet, horrible, miserable day? What's the weather like where you are? Is it raining? I know that we have a really big weather system hanging over southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. So I dare say that there would be some pretty bad weather. And I know that the Lismore race day is on today, and it's raining at home, and it's going to be a horrible, wet, miserable day for the races, but the races will go ahead no matter what. I was messaging Denny this morning, and she was saying that she's got this beautiful dress that she's bought for the races and these beautiful new shoes. And I just said to her, it's not going to be fun plodding around in all the slosh in all your good gear. So I don't know whether she will rethink about going to the races, but yeah, it came in yesterday a bit rainy and miserable, and overnight it's the weather has increased, and yeah, wet, rainy, miserable. But do you know, I just love days like this when it's like this for crafting. I absolutely love getting in and crafting. It makes me not feel guilty that I'm not outside doing something that I have to be done, that I'm inside and that I have nothing else better to do but to craft. So hello and welcome. I can see that there's a few of you jumping on. We've got Joanne, Donna, Diane, Janice, Doris. Hello, welcome. Please say hello when you jump on and let me know where you're watching from. And if you ever have any questions throughout my crafting, this is a free crafting event where I show you how to create handmade cards from the beginning to the end. And as you may see in the heading this morning, we're going to do black and white cards. And the reason that we're doing black and white cards today is because we have some awesome things that are on our September weekly deals at the moment. So I'm going to show you some of the things that are on the deals, and let you know exactly what you can get and how they're reduced in price and what you can do with it. So I was actually going to check on the prices. I didn't do that this morning. I was actually going to check on the prices to see, so I could tell you the exact prices of the things that are on sale. So just bear with me and I will check those out so that I can let you know. So I'm going to be using it's called the Perfectly Penciled black and white paper, because I thought it was just so appropriate. When I seen it that it was on special, I was like, yes, that will be awesome. So the Perfectly Penciled paper was $21. It is now $16.80, so it's been reduced. I'm also going to be using the matte black dots, and they were $12.25 and they're down to $11.03. What else am I going? Oh, and the other thing that is really, really exciting, the Vellum layering designs was $17.50 and they're now down to $14. So I'm using a couple of the things that were on our sale. And I could even, do I know where they are? I think they're in here. Yes, we have the Pearlized Enamel Effects. So I have a couple of them here. I don't have all of them, but I do have the white. I think it's called, no, that's Snowfall Accents. Where is the other two? I will find them. I will find them in my drawers here somewhere. I know I have them somewhere. They could be in that over there. Anyway, we will try if we can get that happening. I know I've got the red, so we might actually be able to use the red out of them all. But we've got red, and we've got it's not black and it's not silver. It's like a deep pewtery charcoaly grey type of color, and the pearlized ones. So we've got some really, really awesome things that are on sale at the moment. So join me while we craft and hang out and have an awesome time. So is black and white cards something that you have done before? type it into the comments. Let me know. Is it something that you've done? Do you like black and white cards? Have you never tried it? Is it something that you might give it a go? So I wanted to chat with you. I don't know whether you've seen on, I think I posted it on my business page. I took Denny Lee horse riding for her birthday last weekend. So we actually I did a bit of a Google search and found some places that, well, I mean, it's really hard to find places that do trail rides, but one of the things on Denny's bucket list was that she wanted to ride a horse. So it's something that she's always wanted to do. And she kept saying every year for her birthday, can I ride a horse? Can I ride a motorbike? You know, all these things. Can I do this? Can I do that? So horse riding is something that she has talked about for a couple of years, talked about going for a ride on a horse. So I decided that I would investigate in my local area because Bow Desert is known for horses. Like there's people with horses, there's people that breed horses around here. There's absolutely heaps of places that have horses. It's all about horses. It's a very country town. So I did my investigations and I found a lady and I booked a half-hour ride in an arena on horses. And I told her that she's never been on a horse. I said she's turning 20. She's never been on a horse. And anyway, so we booked this lesson. So then on the Friday, the lady messaged me and she said, I will message you tomorrow morning. If we get any more rain, I may have to cancel. So I was like, please don't cancel. Please don't cancel. This was part of her birthday present. I was like, please don't cancel. So, of course, the inevitable thing happened on Sunday morning when we woke up for her birthday. On the Saturday morning. It was her birthday on the Sunday. We were going for the ride on the Saturday. So the inevitable happened at about, I don't know, 6:45 that morning. The lady cancelled our 11 o'clock appointment that we were going to ride a horse. So I was like, So then the first thing that Denny said when she woke up on Saturday morning, saying, lovely day for a horse ride. I'm all excited. I'm getting ready to go horse riding. And I went, I've got a bit of bad news for you there. Anyway, as it turned out, I actually then jumped onto Facebook, asked a lot of people, do you know anywhere else? I actually did a Google search and I found a place that we went for a 1-hour horse trail ride. I rang them up and I said, is there any possibility, it was for her birthday, is there any possibility we can get on some horses and go for a ride? I said, she doesn't know how to ride. And they went, yep, sure, we can do a 1:15 and we can do an hour trail ride. Is that okay? And I'm like, yes, that is perfect. So we actually went on an hour trail ride and oh my God, did we look like city slickers. We were all dressed in our nice jeans and everything to go riding and we had to walk through mud and slop. And I had my good tan boots on and we were tiptoeing through the mud and slosh. And I said to the lady when we arrived on the other side of the mud and slosh, do we look like city slickers? Because we are. And she said, yes, you definitely do. But it was a really, really awesome thing to do. And it's something that we might do on a regular basis. So we might go for a ride on a regular basis. It was really, really a great fun thing that we did. Okay, so we've got Naomi says, yes, I love black and white cards. And yes, I have done a few. Matthew says, I've done pure white cards before. I know, Matthew, and they are stunning when you do pure white cards. But you can't say that you've done black and white cards. Well, this might change your mind this morning. Sue says that she loves black and white, usually with a splash of color is amazing. Okay, so I am going to do one thing, Sue, that might make you happy. And when I do the black and white cards, but typically I'm going to do black and white cards. That's what I've decided that I'm going to do this morning. So let's get to crafting. I'm sure you're sick and tired of me chatting and talking about horse riding, but I mean, it's something that was pretty amazing that we did. So let's get to crafting. So I've got the perfectly penciled black and white designer series paper, and I've also got this beautiful vellum. So let's look at this paper for a start. So I've used a bit of this paper. So we've got flowery patterns on one side and we've got just neutral patterns on the other. So you've got gorgeous flowery patterns and then like really nice neutral little flowers. So you can see this is absolutely stunning paper. So I can tell you, even with adding a splash of color to it, this paper is absolutely stunning paper. Okay, so I thought we would do something with the paper first. Then, of course, we've got, now, as I said, this is on sale, this paper. And then, of course, we've got the vellum, which is absolutely stunning. Now, this vellum is really, really different. You can use it on many different projects. Now, I've probably got some that are missing because I know I did do some things where I used it. But you've got vellum with writing on it. You've got white vellum with like maps on it. You've got white with writing again, so text. You've got black and white maps. You've got black and white script, which is really, really pretty. And it's probably my most favorite one. So I think I'm going to pull that out because that's probably one of the ones that I'm going to use. You've got more black and white maps. You've got writing, white maps, more writing. So I think I do have a full pack there. So so you can see apps. Oh, and then white scripty writing. So we might get that one out as well. They're my two favorites. Can you tell? They're my two favorites out of the whole set. Okay, so we'll pop that aside so we can get a bit of room on my desk here. And I think, seeing as I've got one of these pieces already cut, I might just use that piece there as well. Okay, so let's get into this. So what I've actually done is I've gone ahead and I've cut some bases. My craft room is looking good, Pam. So I've got some bases. I've done some basic black bases and I've also done some basic white bases. Now my basic white is in the basic white thick. My black is just our normal cardstock. I've also cut some black layers and some white layers. Okay, so ready for doing a bit of crafting. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I might do a black card base. Now I'm also going to use, which I didn't get it out, so I better get it out, my black Memento ink. And I don't know, I might emboss. I don't know, you know me, I'm just winging it. So good morning, Merlin. Hello. So I'm going to fold my base in half and crease it. So my base is just my normal basic size. And I am apologizing once again. And I know I said it last week that I was going to get back into doing my weekly tutorials that you get in an email. So I will be trying to get those out starting next week. Okay, so I'm starting to get into a bit of a routine. So I've got a basic white layer. Then I'm going to cut this layer down to match that basic white layer. And when I'm doing a layer like this, I like to have a really, really fine border. So I just want to have like a really fine white border just to back that designer series paper on. So you can see there we've got the fine. Now I did actually search to see, I love the black glitter organdy ribbon. Who absolutely loves the black organdy ribbon? I can tell you it was one of my favorites. And I did a search to see if it was still current because I still have rolls of it on my ribbon holder, and sadly I realized that it's not still current. So I was a little bit sad about that, but that's okay. Sometimes these things happen. So I'm just going to do a really basic, I've got a scrap piece of basic white here, and I think I'm just going to do this cute little flower out of this set. Now this set is called Fresh Cut Flowers, and this month alone, and you can see my dies are everywhere because I was using this month alone we have the matching dies, and they're called the Perfect Partners Special. So we've got the matching dies, and I'm going to actually grab that one out, and I think I'm going to grab that one out because I want to cut a few of those to go in behind this. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that, and that's going to fit nicely there. So I'm just going to work out what size I want to do that. We might do it 3¼ inches. Okay, so 3¼ inches like that, and we've got a cute little white piece that we can do, and then I'm going to back that with some black. So just bear with me while I grab some black. I might have a scrap piece here. Nope, that's not going to fit. Thought I might have had a scrap piece that would have been big enough to fit in behind, but I don't. So I'm just going to have to cut a piece. Okay, so we did 3¼ and what size is that? 2½. So let's do 2 3/4 by 3½. So we've got a nice layer in behind. So this is a bigger layer to what I normally do. Okay, so we've got a nice, good, decent sized layer in behind. All right, let's pop that aside there. All right. So I'm going to mount that on, and just with our Tuxedo Memento black ink, I'm going to stamp a gorgeous flower here. So I'm going to ink up with my black ink. Now with black Memento, I really like to turn my stamp over and ink up so I can see that I've got really good coverage of my black ink on my stamp. So I can see I've got that covered really nicely. So I'm just going to stamp that. I think I'm going to go, I have to see have to see if I've got some words in something else here that I can use. Oh, and I got a bit of a halo, so let's turn that over. Let's go again. Sorry about that. I was too busy looking at what I've got here over onto the side to see what sentiment I could do. I'll see if that one fits. It might fit. We will see. So I'm just going to do that again. So the beauty of the fact that we have two sides of cardstock, so we're able to turn it over and do it on the other side. Okay, so I've got a sentiment here out of the Cottage Reefs. I just don't know whether it's going to fit. I think it will. It says, some people just make life better. How awesome is that? Some people just make life better. Yep, we can do that. Okay, so let's mount that up onto a block. Okay, now the reason I'm using my Pierce mat, even though I had a red rubber stamp then, a cling stamp, is for the simple fact that my new desk has a pattern on it. Some people just make life better. So my new desk has a pattern on it. So if I stamped on it, it's got like a wood grain pattern. So it actually has texture on it. So if I had a stamped on that without my Pierce mat, it would not stamp evenly. Julie says she likes bigger layers. Yeah, I'm the queen of little layers. I know that I do that. I do very fine layers. And my glue doesn't want to work this morning. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, so a bit of liquid glue, and I'm going to adhere that onto that black layer. And we've got a really nice, good border all the way around. Okay. All right, now I'm going to adhere these ones together. So I could, I mean, like, depending on what you want to do, I could do that, but I think I like that a little bit better. I feel like sometimes if we put flowers on flowers, it might clash a little bit. So I think I prefer to have that one. Okay. So good morning to everyone that is joining. Thank you for joining. All right. So most of Australia has the day off for as a tribute to our poor passing of the Queen. So most people in our area are on a holiday today. So they've called it a public holiday for the mourning of the Queen. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this gorgeous gingham black ribbon. And I'm just going to pop that across there, which is absolutely perfect. So let's grab some Seal Plus, and I'm just going to pop some Seal Plus there and there for my ribbon to go into. And I'll just check where that's going to, because I want to be able to, there we go. Wanted to be able to see my sentiment really well. So Seal Plus is fantastic for being able to pop your ribbon into, and it saves, this is what we call a faux bow ribbon, I suppose you call it. It's a way of putting a bow onto a project without actually wrapping the ribbon all the way around and trying to tie the bow, because I don't know about you, but I struggle with trying to do that. Every time I wrap it around and I try to tie the bow, it tends to crinkle up, or the bow is really loose, and that makes it really hard. So I tend to do it this way, and it saves on ribbon, but it also makes it a lot easier. So you wrap the ribbon around and glue it on the back, and then you actually tie a bow and just glue the bow on the front, and it looks like you've wrapped it around and tied the ribbon. So I'm just going to adhere that into the middle there like that. And then that one, I think I'm going to just adhere straight down onto my card front. Public holidays is the reason you can catch me live today. Yeah, because all of the people that are normally at work would be able to catch up on a bit of crafting as well. So we've got that there. Of course, I'm going to tie a simple ribbon, like a bow, sorry. So, oh, I'm all fingers this morning. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bow. I don't need anything too overpowering on this card. Okay, and I think it still needs to be littler. Too big. Okay, let's try that. This is the beauty of a bow. You can rearrange the size. Oh, I think I might do it there. I'll trim that off a little bit more. Oh, perfect. Or will we go over to the side? No, we might go over to the side. All right. So then with a glue dot, we will pop a glue dot on behind our bow, stick it into our glue dot, and then we can pop it on. Okay, and then of course the matte black dots, which are on sale as well, we can embellish with some of these. We can pop one in there, and we can pop a couple around. One there, and maybe one just there. Okay, and then of course we need to stamp the insert, because we don't want to leave our cards with naked insides, do we? You have Friday off because of the footy, Julie, in Victoria? Really? Is there a public holiday for the football? Seriously? Is that what they do? Okay. So let's grab these. Oh, I was actually going to do some die cuts, but I didn't do that. But anyway, it's all good. I might just do that little flower. I was going to do some die cuts with these. But anyway, we may leave that for another card. All right, so I'm going to do, just for the insert, I'm just going to stamp an insert to go on the inside of the card. And just as simple as just using that stamp again on the inside and leaving the rest of it blank is really cute, because then you can have that card for absolutely any reason. So I'm just going to stamp that cute flower there on the inside. Oh, okay, so they have a parade and everything for the football down there. Well, that sounds like it's fun. I know football's very big in Victoria. Is that the when you say football, is that the AFL? Is that what you mean? The AFL? I know we're sort of known for rugby league, but I think it's AFL down there, isn't it? You're all AFL fans. Okay. So there we have that. And of course, we can finish that off with a little spritzing of our Wink of Stella. So I'm just going to squeeze some Wink of Stella squeeze it down into the barrel, that you get some coming through. I think I'm going to, or is this one empty? Oh, that was my empty one. Hang on. I have a better one. Hang on. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, this one's better. This one's got a lot more in it. Okay, so I'm just going to flick that, and it's probably going to flick onto my vellum sheets, but that's okay. Okay, now I don't know whether you can see that, but can you see the shimmer and shine? Absolutely stunning. Yeah, AFL, I thought it was. All right, so that's card number 1, quick and easy. Okay, so let's move on to card number 2. And I wanted to do something a little different. You're going to go, what is she doing? Because I wanted to do something really, really different. So I'm going to do a black and white Christmas card, because I know a lot of people say, you know, they struggle with things like black and white, or struggle with things that are out of the ordinary. So I decided that I wanted to do a black and white Christmas card. So this time, let's do a white card base. And crease it with our bone folder. Okay, so let's do a black layer on our white card base. And just bear with me, I'm just going to go and get an emery board. I've got a few furry fuzzy So because it's raining today, I'm out in the track pants and the long sleeve jumpers with the singlet on as soon as it rains. So can you see here, I've got some furry fuzzies, okay, on my cardstock, and it's because it's moist here today. So there's moisture in the air, and sometimes, and I always find preferably my black is the one that does it. But if you just get an emery board, so typical fingernail emery board, and you can run that down those edges, and can you see now? All gone. Okay. So so number 1 is simply beautiful, Lisa. Thank you. All right. So we've got that, and then we have a white piece here for that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take out some of our beautiful snowflakes. So we've got quite a few different sizes here. So I'm just going to, I do have something else that I have out. Well, I think, yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to do something with this because I think it's really, really cute. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to take out the gorgeous snowflakes that we have. And I'm going to mount those up onto some blocks. So we have that one, we have that one, cute little small one, and that one there. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up just a little bit by adding a little bit of my grey into it. So this is we're going to add some Smoky Slate, some basic grey, and some black memento. Okay, so just for a little bit of difference, instead of just sticking to that, let me get this out of the way. Instead of just sticking to that that color combination of the black and white, I'm just going to add some grey to it now, just to add just a little bit of difference. And it's, well, I mean, you could use black memento and actually just stamp off and not re-ink, but I find that the grey comes out a lot nicer. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I've got my piece mat once again. I'm going to turn it that way. Got my piece mat once again, and I'm going to grab, I think for the big one, I'm going to do the light. So I'm going to do just the Smoky Slate. So I'm going to ink up with Smoky Slate. Okay. And I'm going to do one snowflake just there. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? Okay. Then I'm going to ink up in my basic grey, and I'm going to take this other snowflake in basic grey, so it's going to be darker, so you can see there and there. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so I think I'm then going to do in black some of the next size down. Oh, lovely. And I think I need some just up in that top section up there. Okay, so we've got black. Then I'm also going to, with my black, I'm then going to do the smallest out of them all and pop some small ones just down through here. Okay, so we have a gorgeous edge, okay, of beautiful snowflakes all the way down. Then, to take this to a whole new level, I have this gorgeous snowflake. Now this is someone name it in the comments. It has the gorgeous pine needles and the snowflakes. I can't remember, but they're a pair that are together. Hang on, I might have the little bit of paper from them down here. Let me see. Do I? Yes, there it is. Okay, so it is called the Wintry 3D Embossing Duo. Hopefully it's still current. It's in my embossing folders, but hopefully it's still current. All right, so I'm just going to close up those ink pads so I don't get myself inky and yuck. So if you're just joining, what we're doing is we're actually doing black and white cards today, because we have some black and white paper on special and some vellum on special. So I decided that I would do a black and white themed crafting session with you all. All right, so I'm just going to bring in the cut and emboss now, and I'm going to emboss that front layer. So I just want to emboss down one side. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to partially put it into my embossing folder, leaving my stamped piece out. I'm just going to partially emboss that. Okay, now we have a little black line at the bottom here that is really great that we can line up. So I'm just going to line up the bottom of my layer with that black line. And hopefully that's going to look straight on my card front. And I'm just going to run that through with a plate. Oh, sorry, wrong plate. with my number 4 plate. So this is a 3D embossing folder. So I'm using just my base for my embossing machine, my cut and emboss, and our number 4. So number 1 and number 4. So if you're wanting the combination of what you do for this embossing, and always put your fold of your embossing folder going through your machine first, and don't run it back through the other way. But oh, look at that. Isn't that just stunning? All right. I'm amazing myself here. All right, so now that we've done that, I think what I might do is I'm going to use some of that gorgeous ribbon. Is going to come down. I might even just do it down through there. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to cut some of these gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, snowflakes. Okay, so I want to cut that one and that one. And I'm just thinking some of these cut out and some of them don't. So that one doesn't cut out. That one doesn't really cut out. These little ones do. Okay, so we'll do that. I don't think that one cuts out, but I think I have to put it in in this one, and it will cut out. I think. I'm nearly positive we can get it to cut out. But anyway, we will see. All right. It's been a while since I've used this flurry one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut some of those off camera. Oh, well, no, I'll bring them in so we can see what they do. So we can all learn together, because that's what it's all about. Definitely not sunny here, I can tell you. It's definitely wet and miserable here. All right, so let's cut a combination of these. We'll do some black ones. Got a black strip here. So first of all, let's try these little ones. And I do know that with this one, because I know this from experience, this one actually does cut out, but you've got to snip little bits to make it actually work. And then I'm going to see if I can fit this one on here. Okay, I'm going to cut that like that, because I'm going to see then that I could maybe run it back through. Whoops. Let's make sure I've got them all on there. Okay, let's go. I know. Nicole's saying nothing worse than playing a sport final in bad weather. Exactly. And I mean, like, no different to my daughter going to the races today in the bad weather as well. So that won't be much fun either. But can't help what Mother Nature puts out for us, can we? Okay, so that one there, I know doesn't cut out properly. And that one there, I feel like I can. I'm going to leave that one. Oh, I'll cut that. I'm going to show you what you can do with this one here, because don't write this one off. You can actually cut the little pieces in there and make it cut out. Can you see? It's supposed to cut out and stay popped up in your card. Now I'm going to see if that will go around this somehow to cut that out beautifully. I think I can do it that way. I'm nearly positive I can. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. I mean, that's what we're here for, isn't it? To try these things out. Let's give it a go. All right. Oh, Nicole, you're a hockey player. My daughter won her grand final. Not last weekend, the weekend before. Okay, let's see what we've done here. Let's see what we've got. Have we got something cut out here? We sort of did. And then that can pop up. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. What do you think? Maybe not. Maybe not. Some of them, yeah, some of it didn't work. But it was worth a try. Maybe if I lined it up a little bit better, it probably would. I feel like I could still use it. What do you think? I feel like I could still use it. It doesn't look half bad. What do you think? It doesn't look too bad. All right. Okay. I'm going to leave the rest of those. Okay, I'm going to cut that one out. Getting myself in a right mess here. Who else does that when you're crafting? You end up in a big mess. I didn't want to do too much. And at worst, if we only use a couple of little ones, then so be it. I feel like I could pop that one in behind. I think it'll work. Even though it's not cut out exactly right. I mean, things don't have to be perfect in crafting, aren't we? Aren't we all in agreement there? So with this one, you can cut these little pieces in here. So it's designed to stay in your card as well and not cut out. But what I have found out is that you can do this. And I love doing this with this one because I love the size that it is. And I love the fact that we can have it that it either stays in our cardstock and just pops up, or we can have it as a standalone die cut as well. So just by a little bit of your own little, oh, there's one there I haven't done. Just a little bit of doctoring and you can get it to be able to be a snowflake. Okay, so we have that one, we have that one, and that one. So I definitely want to pop a little bit of ribbon on here, and I think I'm just going to pop my sentiment through that. If there's one here. Yes, there is. Okay. All right. Mistakes in paper crafting or excuses to add embellishments. Exactly, Nicole. All right. So let's pop some glue onto that. Okay. And I did need to use my emery board on that layer as well. Lovely rain. Lovely rain when it comes to paper crafting and furry bits. We don't want that. All right. So we've got that glued onto there. I'm going to add some ribbon. I don't know. Do I want it to go that way or do I want it to go that way on my card? Which way? The snowflakes to the left, the stamped snowflakes to the left or to the right? Which way do you think? I actually think I like them to the left. I like it that way. What do you think? I'm going to pop a bit of ribbon coming down through here. Although if I put the ribbon there, then it looks better that way. What do you think? Decisions. So everyone's saying stamped bits to the left. But if I pop the ribbon down, but that's okay. I can pop the ribbon down over there. It's all good. Okay. I feel like the ribbon's got to go over to that side a bit. Although, yeah, because I don't want to cover up that. Okay, the ribbon's got to go over to that side anyway. Both looks great. Well, you're sitting on the fence, Julie. Correct? When you can't make your mind up, just sit on the fence. Okay, so I want the ribbon to be over this side. Oh, and I don't think I put my adhesive over far enough, but anyway, I messed up there. Toss a coin, Sue. Well, we could do that. All right, so we have that. And then I'm going to pop that. I'm going to do it to the left. You all wanted it to the left, so I'm going to do it to the left. And then I can blame you all. I don't have to blame myself. I can say, well, they made me do it. Simple as that. All right, so we're going to add some dimensionals onto the back and pop that up. Okay. Take the backings off. Take your pick tool is fantastic for just popping in. You pop the pokey tool end bit in, and as you go to pull the backing off, you just twist it. You twist it a little bit and you end up with all of your backings on here. You're getting splinters. Okay, you all said to the left, so I better make sure I do it to the left. Oh, and that ribbon is so crooked. So crooked. This one needs to be over this way more. Okay. And now it's even worse. Too far. Ah, that's better. I couldn't do that. I honestly could not put that on there with that ribbon so crooked. Okay, so we have that. All right, now this I'm actually going to glue down. So I'm just going to run a little bit of Seal Plus carefully because this is embossed. So I carefully want to pop some Seal Plus there, and I'm just going to pop that straight down into the Seal Plus like that. Okay. Now, these ones, I'm probably going to use some glue dots for those little ones. So we will use my Take Your Pick tool to pick it up. Oh, I'll get it the right way first. Take your pick, pop it into, sorry, I'm probably out of camera there, pop it into my glue dots. How awesome is this Take Your Pick tool for doing this? Pop it into there. And that one can get popped into there. Okay. So, and then we can randomly pop those around. And I think I'll pop one. Maybe. Maybe up there. Okay. All right, so we've got that. Then, of course, I'm going to use the, let's see if I can do Happy Christmas. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Let's see if it's small enough to do Happy Christmas. Do you think I can do it? Maybe if I hold my tongue exactly right, I might be able to stamp this cute little Happy Christmas on that tiny, tiny, tiny little strip. We will see. Okay. Now, I have to make sure I've got this right. It is nearly smack bang in the middle. Okay, so let's get our, I'm going to do basic grey actually, I think, just for a little bit of difference. Okay, are you ready? Let me see. I think I'll have to stand up for this and my head will probably get in the way. Let's see how straight I can do that. Oh! Do you sometimes really, really, absolutely surprise yourself? Things that you can do? Look how straight I just stamped that on there. Well, there you go. And you know what? I can tell you sometimes I would probably do that and it would take me like 10 goes to get it straight. I'm so proud of that effort. That was pretty good, wasn't it? All right, so I like to trim at an angle just to add that little difference to your sentiment. Okay, let's pop that over there. I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. Okay, I'm going to use my foam strips for this one because it's such a little sentiment strip. Sometimes just a foam strip, like so our adhesive foam strips, I've just got them cut here, but we sell these. They're fantastic. Instead of fiddling around with little mini dimensionals and things, sometimes just a foam strip straight across a sentiment is really, really easy. So I'm going to pop that right in the middle there. Of course, we need to do a bow because where's Sue? Of course, we need to have a bow. I can't have a card without a bow. So I'm going to do a nice, cute little gingham check bow. Which looks super cute. Okay, now, do we want to put the bow up here? Or, oh no, I think down there. What do you think? Down in the bottom right-hand corner for the bow? And then we need embellishments. But I feel like we need a little bit of extra bling on this one. So we might embellish with two different. So, of course, Donna, you needed, of course, Donna need the bow. Not. It's going to have a bow, Sue. Just saying. Yep, you know me and bows. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a glue dot on the back of that bow. And it's going to go down there in that bottom. People decided that the bottom was good, so I'm deciding the bottom is good too. All right, so I'm going to use some of the matte black dots to add around, but I also thought I might use some of our festive pearls, or they're called red and green adhesive backed pearls. I thought I might pop some of those around as well. So I want to pop some black matte dots around just to add a little bit in that background. And then, of course, with my silver ones out of these, I'm going to pop them in the middle of my gorgeous snowflakes. Look at that. How cute is that? And then, of course, we need a spritzing of Wink of Stella. But we also need to do the insert for this card too. So don't forget, we've got to do the insert. So I'm going to grab an insert here that I have off to the left. And I'm just going to do the same thing as what I've done on the front there. I'm going to do for the insert. So let me just pop that out of the way for a minute. Okay. So that combination once again. So we did the large one with our Smoky Slate. And of course, I'm going to probably get my way on this one that that I will get down the right hand side instead of the left. Okay, so we've got basic grey here. Then we have our black memento with our smallest one. Sorry, medium and then small. And then the tiny little one, it just makes up a couple of gaps. There. How cute is that? There is actually some dots in this stamp set as well, which the dots would look quite nice too. And if you wanted to add a splash of colour, maybe the dots in a splash of colour if you wanted to. Let's pop those out of the way. All right. So I think we need a sentiment. So we've got Happy Christmas on the front. I might do It's a Season of Magic and Wonder. Is that going to fit down there? Yes, it will. Okay, and I'll do that in my basic grey as well. Who started their Christmas crafting already? There we go. It's a season of magic and wonder. Yeah, the rhinestones make it look cute, don't they? Okay, so we will pop that on the insert. Pop that out of the way. Cool. I better pop those in my stamp set so I don't lose them. Okay. I'm just trying to clean up as I go so I don't have a massive mess on my desk. Well, I've got a massive mess over to the left because don't we always have a mess over to the left? Whenever I lose something, people say, look to your left, because I pop everything out of the way over to the left. But okay, so let's adhere that. And I was going to say I've lost my liquid glue, but I haven't. I've found it. Number 2 is pretty too, Lisa. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's black and white cards. They look fantastic. Okay. There you go. Card number 2. What do you think? Give me the thumbs up if you think that you might even try a black and white card. You never know. Okay, card number 2. All right, let's move on. I want to do Decorated with Happiness is my Stamps Club for the month, and I designed my Stamps Club yesterday, and I have to tell you, I absolutely thoroughly had enjoyed crafting with this stamp set. Black and white cards are always elegant. I know. Cards look fantastic. Bows and all, Sue. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to use Decorated with Happiness, and I think I'm going to do... I'm not sure exactly the coloured card base. Do I want to do... Well, we've done a white one. We've done a black one. We've done a white one. We're back to the black one again. So let's do a black one again. All right. So we're going to do a black card base. Bone folder. I have my daughter's desk here, and it's so good. I have everything in the drawers in front of me, and so all my glue and everything I can keep popping back into the drawer so I can find everything, which is fantastic. So it's handy to actually have that. I've got drawers right in front of me. All right, so we have that. We're going to have a white base there. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. We're going to do one of this paper that's on special. So let's find a pattern that we want to use. I don't want to use that one because I've already done it. Maybe the spots. Let's do the spots or the stripes. Which one? Spots or stripes, people? Spots or stripes? You've done one of a black and white card for your Christmas cards? Well done, Linda. You're in love with the ribbon and the bows. Thanks, Doris. Okay, so stripes or spots? Which one, people? Type it in the comments. Let's vote. Stripes or spots? Sue's saying spots. 2 for spots, 3 for spots, 4 for spots, 1 for stripes. 2 for stripes. 5 for spots. Okay, spots is it. 5 got the vote. All right. So we'll use some spots. I'll need my trimmer. Okay. So I'm going to trim. I might leave a bigger border on this one so that it shows up a bit more. That and okay, let's see if we've got a bigger border for the white. Okay, so we've got a bigger border so you can see the white a little bit better. Let's pop that out of the way. All right. So I want to do, okay, so I want to do some die cutting here because there's a beautiful die in this that I think is fantastic. And it's the big, let me see, it probably won't fit on that one. Let me see, will it, won't it? I don't think it will. This one here. We'll see. Will it fit? Oh my God, it does. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to cut a couple of these. And of course, I've got green still in it from clean that out. So always make sure you clean out pieces of cardstock that are stuck in your dies, because if you go to run it through your machine, it won't cut out nicely if there's still cardstock stuck in there. Okay, so I'm going to cut out a couple of these. What's the time? Oh, I've been going for an hour. I've done 2 cards, so this is my 3rd. I'm not doing too bad. I gave myself an hour and a half to be on this morning. Okay, so let's cut that one. That one. Don't you just love that? Look at that. How gorgeous is that? And make sure you get all the little pieces off your cutting pad as well, because if they are underneath your cardstock, they'll mark your cardstock as well. Okay, so let's cut another one of them, because I don't know whether I want 2 of them or not. And I do want to cut, there's some little pieces in here. We'll cut a couple of them. This one. There. Okay, run that through. What does YW mean? Lisa? Is that code for something? I'm old, you know. I mean, I don't get these new codes. Okay. And I haven't taken the bits off there, but that's okay because I'm not, my cardstock's not going. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, dear. My kids laugh at me because I'm like, I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. They send me text messages and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Oh, the rain's getting heavier. Ugh, horrible day. Glad it's not me going to the races, just saying. Okay, so we've got a few of those. That'll do me for the time being. Okay. Now, I want to stamp some of these cute little ornaments because they are so stinking cute. I've got a couple of scrap pieces of paper there. I don't know how many I want to stamp, but I've got a couple of scraps there. Okay. So, I'm going to bring in that pierce mat again. And we will stamp some of these cute emblems. I just put them all, I just put them all back, but I just love them. They're so cute. Okay. We've got that one. This one. And there's that one. I have to put it on one of them. There. Okay, now they have these really cute little shaded pieces, which I think are fantastic. So I'm going to show you how to stamp with the shaded pieces and how they make your project look so stinking cute. But we might have to use shades of grey in this one as well. All right, so I've got that. Okay, so let's get to some stamping here. Okay, so I think I'm going to use my black memento for the outline, and then I think I'm going to use my Smoky Slate for the shaded pieces. Okay, so I'm going to ink up in my black memento one cute little ornament and another one down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough room to do, I think I will, to do the whole three on one bit. Let's try that. Oh, it's doing my head in trying to look at it like that. Okay, let's go there. How cute are those ornaments? Hey Donna, how you going? Good evening. You grew up with horse racing as your granddaughter was a horse trainer. You don't mind the occasion, but not to go to the races. Yeah. I mean, I went to the races. Like it was an outing. It was a thing that in Lismore when the local races are on. Okay, so I'm just going to do Smoky Slate, and you can see here we've got three different ones. Okay, so the three different ones we've got, you can see there, we've got like a small, medium, and a large. So it goes small, medium, large. Okay, so when it comes to doing that shaded bit, and it's designed to go outside the lines. That's how this stamp set works. So if you're an OCD person that you like things to be inside the lines, don't use these stamps. Like, don't use the actual coloring stamp. Like, color it with some blends or whatever if you like to be inside the lines. But it's supposed to give you like a watercolored look. And I love it. I feel like it really gives a really great effect. So we've got that one. We've got that one. And we've got this one. But can you see? It just gives that really nice, awesome watercolored look. You just got this set, Linda? Yeah. It's my stamp set that I'm doing for Stamps Club. So shameless plug here. If you're not a part of my Stamps Club, people, it is a great way of collecting stamp sets throughout your crafting time. But it's also a great way to get some inspiration and some help when it comes to your crafting. So when you actually get the stamp set, I design 3 cards. You make 2 of each, and so you get to make 6 cards. But it gives you something to get crafting with straight away. So now I'm just going to grab the matching dies to cut those out because we can. Okay, so we've got that one. There, we've got this one, and this one is super cute. You can cut out that little circle piece as well. It's got a little circle there. You can cut out a little circle piece too if you want to. I'm not going to do it on this card, but you can do it if you want to, which is great. And now I've got that really sticky. Oh, there. Okay, so we're going to cut out those. I'm going to bring back in my cut and emboss. And now I have to clean off my sheet because I've got to cut some more things out. So let's just go over to the bin. So I'll be 1 minute cleaning that off. Okay. Now, of course, yes, I am using the magnetic plate that we don't have anymore, and I use it because I love it. We don't sell it because there was issues with it. And I bought a couple of them, so I'm still using mine, which is fantastic. But if you don't have the magnetic plate, then washi tape will easily help you out in this situation. Now with these, they've got a little dot. You can get that top stem of your ornament in that little dot. If you can see your top stem in through that dot, you can line it up. Okay. All right, let's run those through. All right. So we have that one. over to the side, back in my case so I don't lose them. All right, so let's start popping this card together. Now, of course, when you're doing black and white theme, it's really great to stick to the black and white theme, but I'm feeling like now with spots that the gingham ribbon is not going to work. So, of course, I have something else in mind. So just keep tuned and wait and see, because there is something else that's on special. All right, so I'm just going to adhere that Designer Series paper layer to that basic white. So we've got the spots and we've got a fairly big border on this one. So I've done that 1/4 of an inch smaller. So we've got a bigger border. Okay, normally I do 1/8 of an inch and that gives you a really fine border. But if you want to do 1/4 of an inch, you get a bigger border on the outside. So I actually want to arrange these that I'm going to have some nice bushy pine needles. We actually probably don't need 2. I think I'm just going to use 1. Or do I want to use 1 and then just, I think I might do that. I might do that and have them going right across the top. That looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to add a bit of glue, just some liquid glue. If you've got the fine tip glue, it would work well. If you are a little bit more thinking ahead of time, you may have wanted to use our adhesive back sheets on these, which would be fantastic. But I just find just a little bit of liquid glue, and when you pop it into place, all you need to do is just pop a block on that while it takes hold. Hence why I've got glue dots all on my blocks. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this one. Okay. And that one we're going to do along this way. All right. And I'm going to add the block to that. Okay. So now with these cute little pieces, I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back. There, there, and there. And if I've got some minis in here, do I have any minis? Oh, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to have to make my own little minis. I don't have any mini dimensionals in my drawer at the moment. So I'm just going to add a little bit onto that one. Little bit onto the back of that one. Whoops. Oh, minis would have been better. Let me get that. Put it in the wrong spot. Put it in the wrong spot. Okay, there's where I want it. All right, let's grab another little bit for the top of that one. That will probably fit like that. It does. Okay. So I'm going to trim off that branch because we don't need that. So we'll trim that off. Okay. We will work out where we're going to hang our ornaments. And maybe that one. I think that looks quite cute. What do you think? All right, so I'll take the backing off those. Pop one there. You used to work for the TAB. It was the best job. In case of any grammar police, I know it's supposed to be your. That's what I get for typing fast. That's okay, Lisa. All good. I was just like, you know me, I don't know what that means. All right, so I don't know whether I want to do some of these down in the corner here to add a little bit more pine needly pieces. No, I don't think it needs it. Okay, let's grab a sentiment out of here that we can do. Okay, I've got some punches that I've been using, which are fantastic together. So I'm going to see if I wonder whether that one will do it. It's fairly big. I've got these two punches. I love these two punches together. So I thought I might see if I can add, I don't know whether that one's going to be too big. Let me see. Let me see. Will it be too big? This is how sometimes I work it out. Yep, it's going to be too big. Although, can I go that way? Ooh. I'm going to try it. I'll stamp it and try it and see. We can always restamp. It doesn't matter. We'll try it. Okay. So I want to do that in, I think, basic grey, because I like stamping sentiments better in my, there's something about black memento ink and stamping sentiments. I don't know why, but I like to stamp with basic grey rather than black. Okay, so let's go like that, and let's see if we can fit this punch around it. You especially, Michelle, you love the snowflakes. We can easily fit this. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I think I want to do it like that. What do you think? That looks pretty good. We can fit it. We can fit it. Yes. Awesome. Okay, let's go like that. Look at that. How cute is that? All right, and then, of course, with this other favorite one, and if anyone knows the names of these punches, shout it out into the comments. Because as usual, I don't. Is that going to fit? No, I'm going to need a bigger bit. Where did I put that other bigger bit? Over there. Okay. Okay. How awesome is this? Now, as I said, I feel like it's too much to add the gingham ribbon to this because, of course, it's too busy. So we definitely don't want to add any more busyness to it. So I thought I would use this beautiful ribbon, and I've just lost dies out of that. How messy is this? Ugh. Anyway, we will scoot them all over to that side and close that, hopefully. There. Okay. So I decided that maybe adding a splash of gold. So this is for all of you out there. Oh no, no ribbon. Well, we will see. Okay. So I love this mounted up. So you can see here, we can match it up with these little rounded bits if we like, or we could go total opposite and go into like a peaky bit. But can you see how cute is that? They're meant to go together. You knew I would find some ribbon. I know. All right, so I'm just going to pop that up onto some dimensionals. Can't go past a bit of ribbon. That's all I can say. Opposite looks better to you. So not matching it up with the rounded bits, doing it in between those little bits. Okay. Like so. Okay, so you can see there, we've done our little peaky bits in between there. It's actually over to that left a little bit too far, but it's going to have to do. That's what we're going to go with that one. All right, and look, I finished a sheet of dimensionals. I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals again. And we'll get a new sheet out. And we'll pop that onto the front. I'm thinking just here. There. And I feel like just a bow, like honestly, like you're going to see how this is going to set it off, Sue. Because we've got all black and white, and then to add a pop of gold is just amazing. Okay, so let's do that. Of course, a pop of gold up in that corner. I think is just going to make it look something special. You don't have to worry, Sue. I don't take offense easily. Look at that. Once you add that gold up in the corner, or we could even pop it down here or up in that corner. Where do you think? Top left, top right, or tucked in on the corner here? Bottom right. So top left, top right, bottom right. Type it into the comments. Left, top left. So Sue's telling me left. Matthew's telling me top left. Up here. It does look nice up there. Top left says Lisa. All right. You know what? I'm going to go with the top left. It seems to be a bit of a consensus there. So let's go with that. So we'll grab a glue dot. And we'll pop that bow up on that top left. Oh, we've got another glue dot on the back of that bow, but that's okay. We can go with that. It can stay there and keep it there. Okay, so we've got that. And you know, if we still had them, the gilded gems would look really, really nice with this. Just saying, Stampin' Up. Shouldn't have taken them away. But anyway, we will have to go with, in the Festive Pearls, oh, no, I'm going to have to go black. I'm going to have to go black matte dots because I don't have any of the gold left in the Festive Pearls. I've used them all. I used them on some swaps that I was doing. All right, so let's just go black matte dots because they're on special, so we can afford to buy quite a lot of them. I think I might just do one there and one down there. What do you think? And we could probably do a little one just in the middle there. All right. And of course, we need to stamp an insert. So I think the best way to stamp the insert for this one is by using that gorgeous big stamp. Oops. I've got such a mess here. My dies are everywhere in here. Okay, that big stamp. And I find that it just fits on this block. Okay, instead of getting the big cumbersome block out, I find that it just fits on that block. So, and I might use Merry Christmas as well. I love this set. Like, honestly, I seriously love this set. It is definitely one of my favorite sets. It's a set that you probably may overlook a little bit. I'm going to use that as well because I can. Why not? I just want to really showcase this set because honestly, it is a really stunning set. I was putting the stamps all away from yesterday, from designing on my stamp club yesterday. And honestly, I had, I think, every single stamp in the set out. All right, so let's use, are you ready for this? We're going to have a black tree. It's been in the fire. We're going to have a black tree like this because we can. We're going to have Smoky Slate as the shading on the tree. So we've got pieces here that fit nicely over this and gives us that awesome shading and watercolor look. Look at that. Isn't that just superb? And I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do this tall ornament, or the long ornament, like so. Is this little squatty one going to fit? Yeah, just. Okay, so we'll just put little squatty one hanging from there. Okay, we have this one in Smoky Slate there, and we have this one in our Smoky Slate there. Ah, I just think it looks so cute. Yeah, it's a silhouette. Exactly, Nicole. And then I think I'm going to do Merry Christmas in my basic grey. Oh, sorry, Christmas greetings, it says. Christmas greetings. Okay. And we will pop that inside this one. It looks like a pen and ink wash tool. Exactly, Nicole. It's gorgeous. I love it. Absolutely love it. So super excited that it is my Stamps Club. So shout out for my Stamps Club. If you wanted to be a part of it, it costs $50 per month to be a part of it. And for that $50, you get a video tutorial showing you step-by-step how to make the 6 cards. You get a card kit to make the 6 cards, and you'll also get the stamp set as well. And I do have an upgrade. And this month for the upgrade to include the dies, it's $100 to include the dies, and you will get the stamp set, the die set, the card kit to make 6 cards, and the video tutorial. Plus, you get access to all of my other video tutorials that I have done throughout the time of doing my Stamps Club. So you get access to all of the other videos. While you're a paying member, you get access to all of those. So if you're interested, the link is in the show more box down below. I will be cutting kits at the beginning of next week. So you have until the end of the weekend to jump in and register and pay. So there you go. I'll bring in those cards that I've done today. So what do you think? Do you think you might like to try some black and white crafting, honestly, it is one of my favorite things to do. It is super, super, so easy to do. It is so striking, and they look absolutely gorgeous when you do some beautiful black and white crafting. I urge you to try it. If you haven't tried it before, then by all means, please feel free to try it, test it out, give it a go, because you never know when you push yourself out of your comfort zone how awesome things can turn out. So any of the products that I have used today can be purchased. Don't forget that um, hand penciled. Is that what's called? Hand penciled. Oh, and I didn't use the vellum after all that. I forgot to use the vellum. Perfectly penciled designer series paper. So the black and white paper, perfectly penciled, is on sale. Our black matte dots are on sale. The gorgeous gold ribbon that I just used on the last one, it's on sale as well. Beautiful vellum that I didn't use, which I apologize, but the vellum layers, they're on sale as well. And today is the day that our weekly September sales cross over. So you've got last week's sales that are still there, and we've got new ones this week. So today's the day where you get the best of the both worlds. You get both of them. Once tomorrow hits, last week's sales will be gone. So make sure that you jump on to my online store. The link is in the show more box down below, and it really helps me bring you these free videos, free crafting sessions. If you purchase things through my online store, I really appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't given me the thumbs up, please give me the thumbs up, and please feel free to share this back onto your social media sites so many of your other friends can enjoy the crafting session as well. Now, if you want a discount on your products as well, if you love Stampin' Up and you'd like a discount, then by all means reach out to me about joining my team. You get to choose $235 worth of product, and you only pay $169. And then you have an ongoing discount of at least, and I'm telling you, at least 4 months. You will get 20% discount. Even if you don't purchase the right amount to stay current, you will get at least 4 months of discount. Okay, so if you've been thinking about that and you want to become a discount shopper and be a part of my crafty community, then by all means, please hit me up, give me a phone call, send me an email. I'll be more than happy to help you out and answer any questions you may have. Until next time, everybody, hopefully stay dry. Hopefully the weather's really good where you are. And I will see you all again